Hey, oh, it's working. It's a bit jittery at my end, I think, with the internet. So I hope it will. Hope this will work. Welcome everyone. Thanks for coming along. It's the usual 2 o'clock on a Wednesday, and that's time to give yourself some well-being time. And origami is a great way of doing that, and also feeling just a bit more connected in these very strange times. Yeah, so much changes within a week, doesn't it? Obviously, a lot more uncertainty at the moment. And yeah, I can only say be as cautious as you can. We actually our child at the moment has COVID. It's just been spreading so much in schools. We've been all doing our very best to be as careful as possible, and school is absolutely vital, but at the same time, it brings a risk. Hello, Stephen. The good thing is she's not been too unwell, so I'm very, very thankful for that. She's still not feeling great, but obviously it could be a lot worse. So she has 10 days, obviously, at home. And we've both been testing lots. We've had PCR and we've been testing every day or every other day of lateral flow. And actually, both myself and my partner, our daughter's Barbara, are both, thank you, Barbara, are both negative. So we have both thankfully had our boosters. So we've had 3 injections in total each. Thank goodness. I mean, there's no avoiding it when it's at home. And just very, very thankful and glad for the science to keep us well. Thank you. Yeah, I think almost everyone I know with kids, there are just so many of us going through kids being positive. To be honest, I really wish that kids would have that option of having a vaccine before the age of 12, because otherwise there's just no protection. But it may be good timing actually to have had the infection and for it to be okay, because hopefully that will then give some natural immunity in these coming months until she's 12, and that's not too far away. So hopefully it will mean that we ourselves will be okay at Christmas. And I've certainly had a good test of our immune system that our boosters are working. So really recommend everyone to make sure they get a booster. Obviously, the 3 jabs. Hello, Jess. It's well worth protecting yourself and others. For medicine, it's the best medicine because it's actually just about using your own body, just showing a little bit of what would be the virus, but only a bit, so it would never make you unwell. And that's enough to get your immune system ready. If ever you caught it, hopefully you just wouldn't develop it. As myself and my partner, we haven't developed it, and that'll be because of the vaccines. Otherwise, who knows? So prevention is always the best way. So yeah, but also, best thing is looking after your mind as well. So you can do both. And I think during these times, particularly when we're trying to look after each other, being separate from others is always hard, isn't it? So I think the more we can do to lift our mood and to feel together, I hope that this helps contribute. These films and this ongoing support is actually all part of my work at UCH Hospital in London. I'm sure you've seen many times. Thank you. Seen many times on telly about UCH doing amazing work. Obviously, all those healthcare workers. It's been such a difficult time, and it will be incredibly daunting what's ahead and the unknown after not really having any kind of a break. So, I think everything we can, wear those masks. I have to say, I've been really unimpressed by how few people are wearing masks in shops. It's mandatory. It's the law now, but I guess people have got used to just doing whatever you want, and unfortunately, that's been a really poor example, including from leaders as well. I really hope everyone shows and makes now a really big effort to wear masks, distance, not do things that are social events, keeping them minimal. We can all play our part, and every one of us makes a difference. So I think more than ever, we're going to have to look after our well-being, and origami is a beautiful way to do that. It's great to have you, Jess, Adrian, Mani, Barbara. Fantastic. I was thinking, Barbara, it must be very early in the morning for you, surely. Is it like 5 or 6 in the morning in Santa Barbara? In which case, you must get up very early. Thank you, Mani. Exactly. And great to have you, Stephen, as well. So yeah, so in some ways we're maybe quite lucky to have COVID in our house just for a bit, and to know that it's passing for us, and very thankful for the boosters. 6 a.m. Wow, that's serious commitment. I hope you normally get up at that time. That seems very early. Wow, what a way to start the day. I hope it sets you up really well. So make sure you get some papers. If you have origami paper, I'm assuming you won't, but if you do, definitely get it. That would be fantastic. Oh, I see. So you're a teacher. Oh, lovely. Maybe you can bring some origami magic to your school. I think I'm glitching a bit at my end, so apologies. I'm hoping this holds up. The internet's been a bit wobbly today. So if you have origami paper, go and get it. And maybe, as you can see here, you can use the effect really well of white and coloured on one side. You could use wrapping paper. That's another way of doing it. So, because that can often be white on the inside and colours on the outside. I'm going to say that thank you, Stephen, much appreciated. I'm going to show you just with plain paper because I'm assuming that not everyone has origami paper, but I will try and remember to say which side is which colour. But it's nice to have, I think, the colour on the inside. This I've called the compass star. It's from me playing around, and I'm sure definitely others will have found this. So, but for me, I was playing around with this traditional duck. Oh, it looks like, am I glitching again? It's okay. Oh, good, excellent, Marnie. I'm glad. So maybe it's just looking odd for me, but I keep on thinking maybe you can't hear me or see me for a bit. So this little traditional duck, which I really love. And I started just experimenting with that and finding there's loads of different stars you can discover from that. So this is one of them. And I remember, Stephen, that you said that you'd really like to have a go at this one. So in this case, I used papers which were a quarter of the origami size. Hello, Deborah. And obviously I use 8 different colours. So it's 8 pieces that you want. You could maybe, if you had origami paper, the 2 pieces of paper you could cut into 4 each, divide into 4 each. Yes, you're right, Marnie. Very much missing. Eric, I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. That's curious. We all start thinking of Eric, don't we? But hopefully all is well. Certainly hope so. So maybe 2 pieces of origami paper, divide each into 4, and you could alternate the colours. Or if you do have the 8 different colours, it's really nice. And then for me, there were, again, quarter of that normal size origami paper. But I will show you with plain paper and slightly different tones so that you can see. And let's make ourselves a compass star. So I called it that because through Twitter, I often share latest things that I'm doing. And someone just said, it looks like a compass, which I thought was a really nice comment. So I thought compass star, we're all trying to find our way in life and maybe particularly at the moment. So here goes. Right, let's get folding. I've been talking for longer than normal, haven't I? So I'm going to make 2 squares. And then I'm going to divide up each of these squares into, oh, it's a bit crumply. Never mind, it'll be all right. Using up paper that needs using up. So I'm going to make the 2 standard sort of sizes. So this has been, for me, half A4, but half letter would be fine as well. Bring it up to the corner, getting rid of this rectangle. I think all of you have joined me many times, so hopefully you're all up for following this. Right. So I suppose it is a little piece of modular origami in that it's got more than one piece fits together. There we go. So 1 piece of paper, and I'm going to divide it up into 4. What's that? And Jess, you've been doing amazing things. You've been folding so much. It's absolutely fantastic to see. Your latest stars look brilliant. Yeah, see how you get on with modular. It's funny on the repetition side. Oh, Melvin, wonderful to have you here. It's funny on the repetition side. I've always felt it gets a bit dull myself personally. For the 1,000 cranes, I would find quite hard. But actually, sometimes doing something that you don't naturally do is quite good for you. And I found with the modular, like the Bachetta star, it actually becomes really relaxing because you sort of, obviously you will memorize it with time, and I tend to do it in batches, and then how it comes together is really lovely. but each to their own as to what you enjoy with origami. There really is big variation. You're saying, Jess, too, about less interest in animals and things. I'm a little bit like that too. I think we all have our own things that interest us, and I would always recommend go with your interests. I'm afraid I always share my interest because whatever I'm passionate about, I'll be able to convey better than something I wasn't that so interested in. So I'm unlikely to show you things like complicated animals, partly because I'm not really doing that myself and would struggle to do so. Or maybe that's why I ought to do it. Don't know. But yeah, go with your passions. Hope you're doing well, Melvin. Hope you've all been keeping well. Yes, I was just saying we have COVID in our house, alas, with our child from school. Just been really going around schools. Nothing you can do about it before the age of a vaccine. So thankfully not too bad. Obviously in isolation, but actually myself and partner have kept negative. We've done PCRs, we've done lateral flow most days as well, and negative. Obviously if we're not well, we will absolutely stay away. I'm not meeting with anyone, but it does mean I can still go out for a walk, or yeah, they have been fairly mild. I can go out for a walk or get some shopping, but otherwise I'm not going near people. But actually I did something in a primary school yesterday. They were quite happy to, as long as you're negative, that's fine, because obviously if they didn't take any risks at all, they were just, schools wouldn't operate. So they were very young. It was very lovely. They were very enthusiastic. Right, how to fold. Maybe I should do a quick bit of colour on one side so you can see, if you had got colour paper, what to do. So maybe if I do one, and then we could do the rest of them together as a batch. Does that sound a plan? Yeah. So make sure you've got 8 pieces of paper. And you could colour one side, or it's up to you really. Just done a bit of colour. Right, so I think that this is the right way. I think here I've got it on the white side, and I'm going to take the top and I'm going to bring it to that middle line. As I said, this is inspired by a traditional duck, and I've really enjoyed playing around with it. I found many different stars just through systematically playing around. And then the other side to the middle line. That's it. Oh, wow, from Madeira. How exciting. Oh, wow. Are you having a break? Or is that where you are at the moment? How wonderful. It's always great to hear from other parts of the world. I have to say, I love travelling. It's been really tough not travelling. Obviously, very lucky. But just how it is at the moment. There we go. So, what to do next? Let me see. is I am going to take, actually I'm going to bring it around to the smooth side, and I'm going to bring this tip down to the point which is lined up here. Actually, maybe the easiest way of doing this is to take, this bottom bit and fold it up so it's all lined up there. There we go. And then take this and bring it down. Is this going to work? I'm suddenly wondering whether it's working. Sorry. Oh, very cautious. I'm glad to hear that. So that's what we should all be like. Sorry, I'm just suddenly wondering whether this is working. You see, ended up not practicing as I usually do. So you have to bear with me for a moment. Oh, yes, that should work. Sorry, everyone. Bear with me for just a moment. Okay. Right, bringing this up and then bringing this down. Let's just see whether it works. I think it will. It's actually very simple. It's a very simple little design. And then, Is that working? Yes, it is working. Sorry, you can see I really haven't practiced this one at all. And then folding it back. And actually what you've got there, turning it up the other way around, is one little unit, and one can plug into the next. But you have this bit of white, which will effectively leave a little star in the middle. So it's up to you whether you want to use colour. I will quickly just scribble some colours so you get the sense of which side is which. I hope that sounds good. And then I will guide you through the 7 that we've got left. So there we go, there's one there. What colours am I going to use? There we go. Yes, that's good to hear, cautious. I really do not understand why people can't just wear masks. Obviously, none of us enjoy wearing them. I don't enjoy wearing them, but I'll definitely do it to help. And if everyone does that, the whole place feels safer. I truly don't get why people wouldn't make that effort for each other. It's just showing consideration. Small act to save lives, and it will make a difference. We're all in it together. Don't know whether you've experienced going to shops yet, but in theory it's illegal not to wear masks here at the moment, but plenty of people just take no notice. I'll try not to be too angry about it, but it would be nice if more people were taking that effort. But the biggest thing obviously is getting boosters and those vaccines, which will help everybody. But even if it's not for you and you feel you wouldn't be affected, no one knows that, to be frank. But to help the NHS, to help your healthcare workers. So, right, my very quick colouring in here. I clearly did not do this earlier. That's all right. There we go. How are you getting on? No, I haven't stopped wearing a mask either. It's funny, isn't it? It's almost like 2 groups of people. Some people will be really cautious and do everything, and then other people have just got back to life as normal. So I think it would be very hard to then change and feel like you're going backwards. I would always want to do as much as I could. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Barbara. That's very, very sad. I'm so sorry. Absolutely. Gosh, that was before vaccines. So at least, yeah, there, in a way, there was nothing that could have been done other than it's just horrible, horrible chance. Oh, that's very sad to hear. I know, it does seem very selfish. I actually just do not even understand why people wouldn't try to do the best for others, because that's what a nice society is, looking out for each other as a community. I guess, to be honest, it is quite a Western thing, isn't it? You just do what you want to do for you, but not. It seems so basic to me that everything is connected, and the more we look after and help each other, the better. Anyway, I think I'm on my last bit of colouring. This way. Yeah, really sorry about that. I don't know about you, but I do know a lot of people have passed away from it. Very, very sad. And obviously with prevention, you never know what could have happened, but it's the one thing we can do to care for each other. Still, it probably, to be fair, it's easier. I'm not so young. Whereas if someone was just, a teenager or a young person, actually pretty hard not to socialise. And they've had a difficult time, really. So it is a hard old balance, to be fair. Right. Great. Oh, yeah. If you can get a flu vaccine. I had one actually in September. Best way to protect yourself if you can. Really hope, Jess, that you keep well too. Or manage. So let's do all the 7 together, I reckon. So I am going to fold each one in half on the white side inwards. And this is something I really enjoy, is just folding the same move over again, because it also sort of gets it in your brain, which should be good, because I've clearly forgotten it a little bit since I did this last time. Again, folding in half along the diagonal. So if you do that for all of your pieces on the white side, That's it. You could obviously use much darker colours. I've done it quite light so you can see what's going on. That's it. There we go. Yeah, I've worn masks the whole time too. Okay, so we've folded each of them in half like this. Now, if we have that line vertically, and we'll take the side line, the diagonal line, and bring it to the middle line on both sides. And again, if you do that for each of your pieces, I hope you're enjoying just doing the same move at the same time. And away, so they meet. That's it. Looks like a little ice cream cone. Oh, it's raining here at the moment. It was very cold for a bit, and then it went very mild, and that's somewhere in between, and it's raining. But I was thinking of stars because I think this dark time of year anyway, just cross cultures, we need to find that sparkle, encourage each other, bring a feeling of community. And stars are such a lovely symbol, aren't they? Of so much meaning to a star. Shining in the dark, and actually you only appreciate them in the dark. They twinkle and sparkle and look like a diamond. And one time a patient did a lovely drawing. I was encouraging doodling. I really loved it. Doodled a star with a little smiling face and said, "It may not feel like it, but you're a star to someone." I thought that was really beautiful. So I always think of stars in that way. And try and be a star. The star you are. You are a star even if you don't feel like it always. But to someone you're a star. Even if it's your even if it's your family, your friend, colleague. There we go, both sides. There we go, like so. That's great. Oh, it is. You can see actually my little fairy lights, which I do have up all year round. They've got nice and bright, haven't they? But I do have them all year round because I enjoy them all year round. Why not? Right. So, wow. So you've just been doing some hexagonal boxes. Very nice. Oh, lovely. Yeah. So many things to do, aren't there? So as you've got it now, turn it round and bring up the bottom and just fold it from those bottom lines. Oh, it's pouring down. Well, it's good that I'm inside. I was going to go out and have a cycle, but see, maybe a rainbow will come out. Again, it's those positives, isn't it? It's not very nice. Maybe there's good sides to it. Again, turning it around to the back and taking the bottom, folding it up. Oh, wow, that sounds lovely, Melvin. 5-pointed origami stars. They're lovely, aren't they? They're really lovely. They're kind of like tattoos, those kind of little folding boxes in on themselves. They are beautiful. I really like just making a pentagon. Melvin, that was thanks to you because I just thought, no, it's too complicated. How do I make a pentagon? Before that, I'd been printing out a pentagon, cutting that out. I didn't know how to fold it. It was thanks to you, Melvin, showing me and encouraging me that did that last year. I think that's been used by lots of people, actually, that video. Really nice. More stars, the better, hey? That's it. So I'm doing that on each side. Yeah. We all need encouragement. I hope this encourages you. That's it. Yeah, it's a really lovely idea, Melvin. They are really magical, those 5-pointed stars. Yeah, so Jess, it comes from Melvin encouraging me that, yes, it's possible to make a pentagon. And actually rather relaxing, that too. On my last one here, turning around to the back. That's it. So for each one, I hope you're getting on okay. Is just taking the top point and bringing it down in the middle. That's it. Oh, well, welcome to the world of pentagons. I love pentagons. Lovely balance. So I'm just getting it in the middle there. Oh, yeah, it's a lovely fold. I agree, Melvin. Been a while since I've done that actually, but it's nice. I've been doing a different sort of style recently, which I'll be showing you I think in a couple of weeks. Got a really good couple of things coming up from an amazing emerging origamist, Peter Buchanan Simmons, and he very kindly has is letting me share a couple of folds from his latest book, which I'll be showing you. Next week it'll be great. A little Santa with its arms out. It's really lovely. More complex than I normally show, but well worth it, I would say. So again, taking that, you can fold it back. And then the week after that, a traditional style, which is a different one to the 5 points. In this case, it's 4, but there's something about it which is just delicious. I've just so enjoyed making them. And actually, together with Peter, we've been folding little stars, which will go on the table for where we live in Oxford. There's a group of people who very kindly organise Christmas dinner for people who are homeless and people who are refugees. Oh, it glitched again for me anyway. Hope I didn't. So we're just saying for in Oxford that there's a group of people who organise having a Christmas dinner for people who are homeless, mental health problems, otherwise by themselves, refugees, and 500 people. And so I'm going to contribute some papers, some stars, some of the origami inspiration leaflets, so I can, and some cards that I can give them as well. Something anyway to encourage and bring a bit of sparkle. But the stars have really enjoyed folding, so that'll be something as well I'll be sharing. That's it. How are you getting on? Great. Yes, that's right. Yeah, for the Santa, definitely red on one side and white on the other. Actually, I have got some origami paper. I know you never see it, but I have, and I've tried it with that. But actually, I've tried also with just red felt tip on one side, and that's great. Just let it dry before, and that's really good too. So it's a really beautiful Santa, complete with how to make a card so that the Santa can go in without using any glue. Peter also shows how to make envelopes as well, but I won't show too much because I'm keen. If you really enjoy it, then do consider buying his book. So I'm just giving you a definite highlight from there, but there's plenty more things you could do. That's it. Yes, I'll be sharing on Twitter, but thanks for reminding me of that, Barbara, about papers. Great. Santa is just so sweet. It's funny, with anything more complex, I find it a lot harder doing it into the lens because I guess your brain has to flip it around. It's almost, it gets harder. So I found myself having to do quite a few takes before I could do it. God, it's gone really dark. You can see, can't you? So, am I going to organise mine? I might sort of organise an order. I don't know. Have a think what you're going to do. I'm going to sort of organise something or other. Yeah, I'm going to alternate a little bit colours. Right. So this strange shape looks a bit like the cup actually, doesn't it? So for any modular pieces, getting them the same way around and then slightly tilt one, and these 2 little prongs will go into these 2 little slots. Like so. And can you see this sort of colour joins up so it becomes part of a star? Right, next one. God, it's pouring. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pouring down here. Wow, I think kind of sleet as well. I'm so glad not to be outside. And that's a good thing, isn't it? When you're this time of year, it makes you appreciative of just being inside. Obviously, very thankful to be in a house and a home and somewhere dry and warm, and not everybody has that. It's slotting that in. How's it going for you? So you have those little slots and line it up, slightly tilting, and you can slot those 2 prongy bits into there. I hope you're working it out as you go along. I'd love to see some pics of this as well, if you manage to do that. It's not a super strong star. It's kind of, it just involves these little tucks, but hopefully it's coming together for you. And I hope you like it. And it's modular, but there's not too many bits to it, is there? Oh, I need to really concentrate for some of these. It's so dark. Time to get cozy. And I've got just one more myself. That's it. It's always the trickiest, isn't it, when you get to the end? All right. Try not to let it all fall apart. I was finding myself holding my breath almost. Concentration. Yeah, there we go. And then you should be able to shuffle it round. There'll end up being a little bit of a hole in the middle. I'm just gently turning it until, or you can figure out how to join. Just maybe, shall I undo this and show you again? Just when it comes together. Right. Let me show you. Here's one that I did earlier, she says. So, Jess, you make sure that it has got these little slots on one side. And on the other side, it has 2 prongy bits. So those prongy bits will fit into the slots. I'll see if I can quickly do another quick demo one. Probably this size, that one. Let me see if I can show you. But this is part of the puzzle, which makes it fun as well. It's not immediately obvious, these things. And that's where the sense of achievement can come from as well. I'll see if I can show you with this. Hopefully they're the same size. Don't know if they are actually, but hopefully. There. This, yeah. So you can see there's gaps there, and the other one, it's got a prongy bits there. So you have to really concentrate, but one should be able to slide into the other. Can you see that slides into that? And that's it. It's just a gentle, oh good, you got it, excellent. I was a little bit unwilling to unpick the whole star again. I would have done if it was needed. Yeah, it's trying to, but then that's a nice sense of achievement because actually you've had to sort of figure it out, haven't you? So I hope it's worked for you. It's kind of quite a dynamic looking star, isn't it? And it is nice if you have that kind of whites there or colour on one side. Woohoo! Excellent. Well, what a great way to start your day. I'm so impressed, Barbara. Yeah, and I hope this gives you a little bit of sparkle at this time. I think we're all going to have to really work at looking after our well-being, and that's giving times when you're just not thinking about everything and just doing something that you enjoy, that's fun, and maybe you can share that with somebody else as well, and that will also help them too. So I will be back. You're very welcome. I'll be back next week. With a really fantastic fold. It's going to be more complicated. It will take a little bit more time, but it's really well worth it for a lovely little Santa with its arms out and a card. So, and that's all blessings of Peter, which will be great. I know Stephen was saying that Peter's also sharing some of his folds as well in the British Origami Society magazine that's coming out soon. So, and he's also got a book as well. So I'll be sharing that as well next week. It's a good present to potentially consider as well, or for making your own cards. So yeah, good and important to encourage others, but they are just fantastic anyway. So it's nice to share, and kind of him to do so. You're very welcome. I hope you've enjoyed that. A little bit of focus, a little bit of sparkle, and wishing you all to keep well and to your best at doing all we can do individually. That's all we can do, isn't it? Trying to distance and trying to wear masks and all these things. But at the same time, we can still show that is actually showing you're caring as well, doing things that help you and encouraging others, keeping in touch with people. And we'll get there. This darker time of year will maybe bring out a sparkle too. So I hope the giving out the stars as well goes well, Elvin. That sounds such a lovely thing to do. So take care, everyone, and I will see you next week, same time, same place. So take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I hope Eric is well too. Thank you. Fingers crossed. Hope so. Bye bye.